This is why we play.
Gaming is something more.
It's a community, made vibrant and real by AI.
Technology helps us to be part of something bigger.
Games play as if they were real life.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now.
This is why we play. A community.
Thousands of communities.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd.
Nothing can hold you back.
So, why do you play?
I run this town, ain't backing down, we going in rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Watch everything we work for fall in line. We gon' give it our all until the end of time.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to Lenovo and Intel presents the Esports Club Challenger Series 2023 VCT Off season. This is an official event that we are talking about, and we do have our gaming monitor partner as ViewSonic Gaming. But bringing you back to this casting desk, this is me, Darshita. Alongside me, I do have a slight change. Yes, Scared was here with us a while ago, but right now he's hungry. He's out to go grab some food for himself, and I've got back Aggressive for you guys. So, Aggressive, how are you, and what's going on?
Yeah, it was a pretty hectic day, but I was really looking forward to cast of the second and the third games because, first of all, the first game, it was bonkers. Both teams, they put it their all, but Metal, they had something else in them. But now we're going to be seeing something a bit more different. The underdogs going up against the big ones. But before we get into that, don't forget the online qualifiers are already over, and it's Hyderabad Hydras who made it through, one of the teams that are past the online qualifiers. They're going to be here playing today up against the big dogs in the group stages, mind you, in the name of True Rippers. True Rippers, this is a roster that you cannot mess with. So I'm pretty sure the members of Hyderabad Hydras, they're shaking in their boots, but I do think overall they're going to be happy about the outcomes because these underdogs, they can pull off miracles.
Yeah, definitely they can. 4 teams from group stages plus 8 invited team, and now from here on, after all of these, we are gonna have top 4 teams who are gonna qualify to the playoffs itself. This is a lot. I mean, what's on stake is huge, right? It's a total prize pool of 15 lakh INR. Such a huge prize pool, and if I divide it, it's gonna be like the first place takes away 7 lakh, second place 5 lakhs, third takes away 2 lakhs, and the fourth place, we haven't forgotten you. We have got you 1 lakh covered as well. So every single team who is making it to the top 4 itself, Aggressive, is getting rewarded. Rather than learning, rather than the experience itself, they are getting rewarded in terms of some cash for themselves.
Yeah, true. It's not just about the experience, it's also about the moolah, and the Lions
Yeah.
cut for this first place prize. It's insane. Second place, you get 5 lakhs. That's even more. Just think about it. If you're in the top 4, you are gonna be walking away happy. But the players who are the most competitive and the ones that have pretty much put their all in this tournament, they're gonna be in this
Yeah.
top 4. And the person who gets it on the first place, they're the best of the best in the entire region, at least for this off season. Don't forget that this will be an extravaganza. So many teams, and these 8 invited squads, good God, when we see their matches, you guys will understand. And we already have 2 of those teams playing here today. 2 of the best, mind you, True Rippers and Orangutan Esports, going up against the underdogs of this story. So GGEZ and Hyderabad Hydras, they have their work
Yeah.
cut out for them in both these matches.
They do have a lot on stake right now. I mean, talking about Hyderabad Hydras and GGEZ, I feel they've had a long and tiring journey already, and now they are facing against the team who are going to play their first or second map itself. So it's going to be very interesting, but it all goes down to us discussing on what the map veto will be like, because it's going to be very, very important to witness on what map are we going to see both of them fighting. And guess what, aggressive? That's going to be the map of Breeze coming up. Now, there's a long, long
Interesting.
story behind the map of Breeze for the sides of True Rippers as well as Hyderabad Hydras. But more or less, I feel like True Rippers, they got a slight edge on this map.
And don't forget, in the group stages, it's a round robin format, so all of this will
Yeah.
be done in a best of 1. Teams will rack up the points, and according to that, they're gonna be moving up and down in the groups. But as we are gonna be talking about that, Hyderabad Hydras, they haven't really looked the best on this particular map from what we have seen in the past, but I do think that True Ripper going up against True Rippers on this map is a pretty smart idea. But again, I need to emphasize, I want to see a KO on this map. If you were not playing KO on this map, a team, they're
Yeah.
literally throwing. How do you enter into a side easily when you're on the attack phase? Yeah, on the defense, you can get away with not having a KO. It's all right, fine and dandy. You can use this guy and get some information, or maybe use a Sova. Done. But on attack,
Yeah.
you're just trying to run into a side against a Viper, against a Cypher, and if they have their own Sky, the Sky can pop flash through their own Viper smoke. There's so much you need to worry about that it's very difficult. All of the experienced teams, they started to pick up on the KO. Hopefully True Rippers have done so, and Hyderabad Hydras, they have followed suit.
Yeah, definitely. The agent composition, it's going to be very important. I remember the previous time we saw the sides of Hyderabad Hydras playing this map itself, the map of Breeze. I mean, let me tell you guys one thing. The Hyderabad Hydras, they've played one map. One time they've played Breeze as a team entirely, and they have won it. But the agent composition was like Cypher, Jet, Sky, Sova, and Viper coming up. Now, going down to the
Yep, true.
attack and defense, there are going to be changes happening. But if I talk about the history of True Rippers itself, True Rippers, they as a team have played this map for more than 10-15 times already, as the current roster I'm talking about, and they do have a good streak to maintain. I mean, talking about the agent composition
It's a
as well,
new
we've
Breeze,
been
so
yeah, it is, I
it's
mean,
up
with
and
the
down.
upcoming changes. So feel KO, it's going to be very important, but alongside that, Jet, Chamber, Sova, and Viper maybe.
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
The thing is, Sova just allows you to do a lot. There's a lot of teams that
Mm-hmm.
have shifted towards that double initiator style. Not really a lot of them are picking up that Sky, but that's the thing. Sova allows you to play the older style of this map. But
Mm-hmm.
now in this current meta, with so many of these changes, with teams focusing towards mid a lot more, it's really tough. This map of Greece has a lot of different playstyles. That's the best thing about it. I
Yeah.
think because of how the map has changed overall, the extremities of the map are just impossible to get into unless you have that KO. But if you
Mm-hmm.
are, as a team, don't want that KO, and if you want to play for something a lot more split heavy, maybe with a Sova, I think Halls control is a pretty big thing. People
Yeah.
nowadays have just forgotten that halls exist. But think about it this way: when you're sitting inside of halls, there is a chute that leads you directly down towards the main doors. So if your Viper smokes off the choke point that connects B tunnels over and B tunnels and of course heaven over towards mid, you now have a different angle that the defenders need to clear before they can even swing out of mid doors. It's such a tough position to be in. It allows the teams to open up a lot more options. This is a
Yeah.
sleeper part of the map that a lot of teams have just completely forgotten about. But maybe either the members of True Rippers of Hyderabad Hydras, they're going to try to incorporate it into their game style, because without that KO mid control, it's pretty much a must. And with most of the fights possibly happening towards mid, the side extremities will be a little bit weaker, with more resources being piled into one portion of the map.
Yeah, I'm definitely completely agreeing on every single thing that you said. But for now, it's time that we head towards the map of Breeze itself. The investment
Yeah,
onto
the
KO,
KO is
yes,
gonna
I
get
do
taken.
see it
Yeah.
coming from
That's
the
a
side of True
guarantee. Like
Rippers.
they
But
have to.
yeah, they have to, right? They do not have options. But on the other side, look at Hyderabad Hydras. Talking about the composition, they will be sticking back to the same composition I was talking about a while ago, right? The Cypher,
Oh,
Jet, Sky, Sova, and the Viper coming up. But interesting for both of them. I feel True Rippers, as said right a while ago, as I said myself, I feel True Rippers does have a slight edge on this map. But what do you think? Who has a better advantage looking at the agent composition as well?
instantly when I see that KO, that's like giving me the
Yeah.
vibes of yes, they're going to be the ones to win. Because again, just think about it, Darshita. You use the
Yeah.
null command, the KO ultimate. No, no, forget about the KO ultimate. Forget the null command
Mm-hmm.
exists. You use the 0 point over onto one of the pillars. Your
Mm-hmm.
own Viper smoke is coming through, right? You have your own Viper
Yeah.
smoke. You throw it up. No one can really break the knife because they have no idea where the knife's gonna be. You throw it either towards crab or shrimp, and then you're just done. Like, what was the Viper gonna do? The toxin screen's gonna fall. She can no longer hold down the angle. The jet updrafts over towards the back box. She can hold crab, and anyone who peeks into her, it's pretty much dead. The jet doesn't even need to enter
Yeah.
anymore. That's how strong the KO is. It allows for so many different playstyle options compared to before. It's tough to try and go up against a KO if you don't have a KO on your own, especially when you're starting off on the attack. Plus, the KO is really good at stopping instant rushes towards the B side and also the A side because of
Mm-hmm.
that knife just being thrown towards the extremities of A. No one can break it. If you try to break it, you're exposing yourself to the players playing from Crab, or if you're on the B side, it's just completely unbreakable because it's on the opposite side of the wall on top of one of the
Yeah.
roofs. It's tough. It gives you so much information. It allows you to recycle it over and over again. You have the null command. You have flashes as well, mind you, that you can use to set up your duelist through the enemy Viper smokes. It's just so much util on this particular map, and a lot of teams just forget the strength of that KO. That's why KO is so good on Ascent. Any map that has very powerful choke points, that's where this agent will shine because he instantly nullifies the people that can even control those different types of choke points. Going on in towards this game of Breeze, it's going to be tough for Hyderabad Hydras to go up against the composition that True Rippers have on the table, but
Yep.
it's all going to come down to team play and execution. If True Rippers botch up pretty much any of their strategies, or if they utilize their kill utility haphazardly, they're going to fall into a pretty big ditch. And Helef, I think a lot of pressure is going to fall onto him as well to keep his team in motion and also to initiate properly.
Definitely, it's going to be a roller coaster ride, to be very honest, for the sides of Hyderabad Hydras. But coming down to True Rippers itself, all of these players, we have seen them performing. We have seen them playing right from the start itself, and they have done a phenomenal job. Now, Hyderabad Hydras, yes, there's, as you compare down the experience between both of these teams, I guess True Rippers is going to be 2-3 steps ahead, right? They are going to be very, very ahead as compared to Hyderabad Hydras. But looking at the previous past history that Hyderabad Hydras have, they do have a win rate to maintain on Breeze. So it all goes down on the fact on what aim duels will look like. We also have the Viper lineups to be, used when it goes down to Breeze. But again, the mid control. I mean, I don't know. Every single time we have seen Breeze after the makeover, after the changes that Breeze had, I feel mid is the place to contest for because coming
True,
on the
true.
attack side itself, it gives you an opportunity to make your way towards two different sides. If you have the mid control, you can go either way towards any of these sides, and that's where the defenders would get into a lot of problems.
I completely agree there. Mid control is the name of the game here from top to bottom. And as finally, we're going to be jumping on back towards the agent selection screen, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Small technical difficulties where the players are still trying to get in, but what I'm really looking forward to is TM King on the Cypher. Okay, now this is something that's out of the ordinary. Disrupt, of course, is going to be the one to pick up the jet, but TM on Cypher? Now that could be a make it or break it for the side of True Rippers.
Yeah, it could be the investment of KO, Viper, Sova, Cypher, and Jet. That's interesting. On the other side, it's
Standard
going to be
comp.
the Cypher. Yeah, exactly. No KO whatsoever coming down to the sides of Hyderabad Hydras. We have talked about it before as well. Viper, it's going to be an important investment. On the other side, it's going to be Kalki with a Jet, Sky. The only difference that I can feel right now is between the KO, right? There's no KO whatsoever on the other side. Rest, everything seems to be the same. Oh, the Sky, yeah.
They're
The KO and
banking
the Sky, that's it.
Yeah. Yep. The Sky allows you to take a lot of entry potential because those Sky guiding lights, it gives you a lot of information early on. You have two of it, plus you have the Trailblazer to clear out those close corners. What if we can do? You can do a lot with the Sky, yes, but think about it this way: you're putting a lot of pressure on Kalki. If Kalki dies while he's trying to enter into a side, maybe a stray tripwire catches him or a snake bite comes into his face, then what is Kalki gonna do? Kalki already dashed and his teammates are not gonna be able to come out and help him, and if they try to do it, they're gonna instantly die. It's tough. And that's the thing. If this guy is able to set up Kalki and get away with it, and Kalki is maybe able to find one or two frags at the bare minimum, I think it's going to be okay. He will have an opportunity to just shine and take his team and be that spearhead that is meant to be. But Hyderabad Hydras, their synergy for this particular map with this composition is going to be a big question mark in my book, at least. But maybe they have certain strategies that really could change the tides of the battle, and True Rippers may not even expect it.
Hyderabad Hydras versus True Rippers. This is the second match, ladies and gentlemen, that we are talking about, and right now it's going to be important. It's more important for Hyderabad Hydras, right? We talked about the journey that Hyderabad Hydras have already had. They are here from the open qualifiers. Then they have made their way and competed against a lot of teams. And now, when we are witnessing the group stages itself, Hyderabad Hydras, they need to get this one for themselves. But it all starts up with the pistol round where a lot of mid control is being taken coming up from the sides of Hyderabad Hydras. Look at them. When they aggress completely towards the mid itself, the jumpy comes in from Falcon, and that's going to give out a lot of information. But on the other side, from mid towards the B side is what the execution looks like.
Yeah, they want to go for this fast hit, but I don't think it's going to be working out that well. Kalki, low HP, taken over on the corner. There's too many angles! But still, the members of True Rippers held down the line. They got the 3 kills that they needed, and now their teammates are coming forward. Falcon needs to find a headshot. He's not going to be able to get it, and they're just waiting this one through. Look at towards
look at the Viper.
It's gonna be Cam all the way running one forward. I think he has the timing for it, but Disrupt's ready for this. I'm pretty sure as soon as Cam just comes out, he's gonna get domed.
Yeah, it seems like he is going to do that. For now, it's a lot of patient games being played. The contact will come up soon, come off as soon as he comes out, gets taken down, and now it all goes down to Hyderabad Hydras having one last remaining player. The location is compromised for Falcon finds one. That's going to be RU, but 2 peaks at the same time wouldn't allow him to do anything more. And that's going to be True Rippers with the very first one. Hyderabad Hydras, the way they executed the first round itself, they tried to get the mid control and make their way towards the B side itself. But right from behind towards the mid doors, there are 3 players from the sides of True Rippers who went towards the mid. And that's where everything just falls down. And it's going to be a good round for True Rippers. Also, investments will be made.
Yes, this should do.
Completely agree there. Now, let's take a couple of steps back and just try to see what kind of answer the members of Hyderabad Hydras have to give here. It's a very slow approach coming in towards this tunnel side. They want to maybe jump out together and get that first initial pickup, but the members of True Rippers, this is just a waiting game. They don't need to push at all. It's all about the trades, and they should be able to get it. Kalki around the corner. Flash has been done. Spray is good. Disrupt and RU. Hold down the line and take 3 players down instantly. That's a big hit. And poor old Camo has nothing to give here. Disrupt gets a last kill. And the round just starts and it's already over. Tough place to be in for the members of Hyderabad Hydras.
Yeah, definitely, but it's all about the first and the second round that we are talking about. Flawless rolls in for the side of True Rippers. But here's the thing now, Hyderabad Hydras, they do have a full buy to work around with. This is going to be an economical full buy coming up. But again, if they lose onto this one, it's going to be a lot of poverty that's going to hit them. So they need to be pretty careful while going in for the commitment towards this round itself, because it's going to decide whether it's a 2-1 or a 4-0 that we are talking about. Slowly and steadily, once again, towards the mid, I do see the presence. I mean, look at Hyderabad Hydras. They want to still stick towards the mid itself. Whereas coming down to True Rippers, 3 players towards A. Bullets are getting exchanged, 35 HP down. Falcon on the other side. This peak might be
Ooh,
very
Disrupt.
vulnerable,
Nice
and it is
shot.
Disrupt. He does shuts down the sides of Falcon. Hyderabad Hydras, 1 player done for, other player down to 35. The duels need to be on point.
Yeah, that residential fight class is going to hurt them quite a bit here. But I love this crossfire being set up by Techno and by DM. They have the camera watching towards the opposite end of this, so anyone walking out through mid, Techno's going to be instantly the one to swing out and get a kill for himself. This is so well done. They don't even need to use the Viper Wall or invest anything here because they know they can get away with so much. It's going to be DM in such a tough spot of his own. The tripwire is yet to be broken. They finally break it through, but the Jet has no dash to try and maybe take this entry. They wasted so much time. They need to run in by themselves.
They don't have any other options, but now they are trying to dash in. But Disrupt, not just 1-2 is what he gets. DM with a 3k, a Bulldog, and he definitely is going to find 3 for his name, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the 3rd one on board for True Rippers. The economical up round for the sides of Hyderabad Hydras have been denied, and now it's not looking great for them. I mean, look, they have to go in for Sheriffs and maybe Classic to invest onto. That's all they could do, because if they try to force in for this round and lose onto this win again, it's going to be done for the next round itself. True Rippers, on the other side, they're having a good time. Hyderabad Hydras, I feel, they took a lot of time. They invested onto a lot of time to go in for the site execution. The utils were completely exhausted, and that's where the difficulties did arise. But Kalki not the best position to be into. He does dodge Helef, but he could not dodge Disrupt, and that's where he gets taken down. Why would you peek single solely? Hopping aim gets taken down. SMM with a great shot on a Disrupt does not matter. He gets a trade. That's going to be Helef, and now it's all about one last remaining player aggressive. Oh, come on. I couldn't even complete my sentence.
Yeah, they're spread out way too much. And look at the utility usage done beautifully as well. The level of map control that the members of True Rippers are demanding is insanity. And you can see the power of the KO as well, because that KO alone was able to take full control of B main. That's why Dristor pushed up for free. The man came out of tunnels without a fear in his mind because he knows that B main's clear. No one's there for him. That one knife gave him that much space. And that is a strength that no other agent can give you. Of course, if one of the initiators is on one portion of the map, they drone out, maybe use a recon bolt, that's good, but they can't do it cross-map. It's stuff like this, the smallest of details that True Rippers are using for their advantage. And I'm probably beating a dead horse at this point by saying how good KO is on this map, but most teams don't pick him up. I don't understand why.
Oh, it seems like you love to play KO, don't you? Come on.
No, aggressive. I don't love to play KO. I don't love to play KO. The thing is, he's just so good on this map, and I don't see anyone play it in a rank setting at the highest level. I'm talking about Immortal 3 here. No one wants to play KO on this map. And I'm like, why are you picking Sova? I don't get it. Like, of course, you want to pick Sova, that's good. Second initiator. How are you going to take the entries on A without the KO? And then the Jet goes in the background like, oh, you did not throw a flash or something. And I'm like, bro.
Come on. Aggressive seems to be so tilted for the fact that he does not see the KO gameplays coming up. But you know what? True Rippers got you covered for that. Slowly and steadily, it's going to be an A execution that we are looking toward. But
dead,
Disrupt.
Right?
This can be vulnerable. Kalki's holding the best of that position. The flash comes in! What did happen out there? The KO comes into the play. The flashes are on point, and that's going to be Kalki done for. Oppo Games joins the same party, and so is the case with Falcon, Hyderabad Hydras. They are getting denied for every single thing, and now down to 2 remaining players. But the backstab Helef, he needs to be careful, gets taken down. Came off with a perfect shot onto him. But still, the job is not yet done.
It's just endless pain for the members of Hyderabad Hydras. They don't really have a read. Too many players around the corner. Techno, he just keeps on walking. Gave Camo a little bit of a fright there. True Rippers, they're just showcasing their prowess as a team. And Hyderabad Hydras, they are the rookies in this matchup, but the rookies here, I think the nerves are acting up. This is not how they were playing when they were in the online qualifier stages. They had so much more confidence instilled into them, but against Rivers, feels like they're shaking in their boots.
Yep, it definitely feels so. Hyderabad Hydras, they've lost their full buy round once again, which means that's going to be a economically unstable round. Flashes comes in. Disrupt does not matter on how many players are right in front of him. Every single time he will be going in and trying to get the control for himself. That's going to be a peek coming up. Hela finds one. That's going to be Disrupt with one more. Gets taken down. Oh, look at that. This Koi with two perfect shots. Helef is also done for. The numbers are equalized and it is doable. They have retrieved the weaponries as well, but towards the other side, that's going to be Techno. And we have seen him doing wonders. He's holding right at the back side itself towards the B side, but the neural theft comes into the play. And now it's going to be a bit difficult. Slowly and steadily, they are trying to make their way inside, but look at the positioning. They're taking it so slow right now. They don't want to risk it by any chance. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, it's just DM with the spray. This is over. It just feels so difficult for them to even get anything done. They don't have space, and yeah, they have the aim, but just look at the control. The members of TR, they're walking into angles for free. They have nothing to give here. Members are dying early. That's completely fine, but they need to establish a little bit of control. It's so difficult because the defenders, they're just... It's like they're the ones playing the attack, and the attackers are the one trying to, you know, lurk up from a flank or something. So quick as Disrupt. He wants an early fight towards mid again. Good utility being used towards the bottom end of this. As now DM. He's over on one side, spotted out one of the players. He's gonna take a swing, and he's gonna be able to win out the duel too. It's DM King, baby. You don't want to go up against him, and Disrupt comes in for the backup. Instant. Doesn't matter what happens. They rotate so quickly and still maintain the map control because their players are always close by one another. They have mid control, they have door control, and they have one player playing towards A. That's more than enough. They don't need anything more than that.
Yeah. You know,
because they know
Hyderabad,
you can't go towards a main without that form of mid control in their presence. Hyderabad Hydras, they're just falling into that trap. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off.
Nah, it's completely alright. I love the way you go in for those analyses, and I'm really getting to learn a lot. But the fact that Hyderabad Hydras, every single time they are trying to take the mid control for themselves, they are getting denied. This time, they went in towards one side push, they got denied once again. Now, look at Disrupt. Every single time he wants to take a fight, but DM King gets taken down. Trade comes up, but Disrupt does not matter what the case is. RU finds one, and now the spike gets taken down. It all goes down to two last remaining player. We'll make it a 1 for now. The remaining Nova has a marshal to walk around with, gets denied from Disrupt, and that's gonna be one more round. Slowly and steadily, Two Rippers right now are running away with rounds, and look at how DM King found one onto Kalki. He got traded off there, but does not matter. He did his job, right? You remember people just writing, I got mine? That's what it's like. They got one for themselves and it's done for.
Just situation after situation just breaking apart for the members of Hyderabad Hydras. They now have another buy round under their belt. And I do think this buy round is going to be their do or die. I have no idea what more they can do to try and turn this around. Overall, though, True Rippers, they're still in a really good spot. And this null command puts another stop to it. Good shot coming in for Maoping. He's going to be good for this one. And look at that. They're not even going to let them entry. How are they going to entry? You don't have utility to try and break your way through. Good shock darts coming in, though, from the Sova and SSM. He opens up the site for his team, and now DM King stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's at very low HP. A lot of utility being invested. It's Hyderabad Hydras. They finally have the answer. They broke down the iron walls of DM. And now the site is theirs to hold. They used a lot of ultimates in this round, though. Think about it. To try and get this round out. But they need to. This investment is a must. And Hyderabad Hydras, they're reaping the benefits from it.
Finally, it feels like Hyderabad Hydras will get the hold of this round, but Helef, does he anticipate Falcon is the question, because the angle has been holding towards the left side itself is where the Viper is, but Helef, he shuts down Falcon, and I need to make my sentence opposite, but the Viper gets taken down. This is not a good sign. Two remaining players, but time will he be allowed to? They need to play on time right now. Dusk converts, so 3K. That's going to be the sky. And finally, after a spree of round the True Rippers were having for themselves, it's Hyderabad Hydras with the very first one on board. True Rippers, there are a lot of bodies falling down here and there. But you know what? If I talk about Economy right now, it does not matter for them. They have enough amount of buy. I mean, the previous time I saw Disrupt, he was up with 9,000 creds. He does not even have the space to keep that money. That's how rich he is. Hyderabad Hydras on the other side. This is a full buy round coming up, but losing onto this one again will cost them a lot. Look at Kalki. Being on Duelist itself, he's not able to do so much. He's not able to make space, get those frags at the same time. He has 0 frags whatsoever, and that's going to be hell left finding one onto Kalki. This is what I mean. The team coordination somewhere down the line is just falling apart.
Yeah, and I think that's purely on the basis of the Viper already not using the smoke towards the mid-connect. I'm so confused. They're trying to utilize the cages coming in from the Cypher, but it's just not going to work. You don't have that control. You have nothing to break through those lines in towards A. I get it. You want to go in for mid control, but you use mid control and you go for a split execute. Where are your players aiming? Of course, Helev's just going to farm you for free. Hyderabad Hydras, they're missing the bare-bone fundamentals for a split take on Breeze. And you can see that their weaknesses on this map are really starting to show overall. The map control is not present. It's tough, but these underdog rosters, they are trying their best, but it just goes to show that True Rippers, they have the basic fundamentals of this map under control. Raw, in the terms of raw mechanical skill, Hyderabad Hydras are nothing to scoff at. They have incredibly talented players, but in terms of the team play and the macro gameplay, they're just falling very far behind. And I don't know how they're going to bring themselves back from this. It seems as though their mental is shot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Disrupt. I thought he might connect it, but oh my god. Disrupt. There was a quick shot coming up, and he finds one. The Cypher gets done for. The Viper is pretty low. They do have the Bladestorm online, but will they be able to convert some Techno? He's holding the best of the angle, and the Viper ball comes in. So is the case with Seeker. So they do are up with a lot of information. The blinds are on point, but look at Techno. He definitely is so cold-hearted out there. Kim Mob, it's not looking good. Disrupt not just one, but 3K. Turns around, puts the last blade right on the head of the player, and that's going to be the double digits hitting really great on the sides of True Rippers. But Hyderabad Hydras, not the best possible way to do that. It's not at all looking good. They just have one single round for themselves. Look at that shot. The way he just turned around and he found that frag. He is up with 21 kills right now. It's not that the players of True Rippers are not able to do anything. All of the players are way too talented. But it's just that every single time Disrupt is going way too aggressive. He's finding those players. He's finding those frags. And it's just a frag fest for them. Once again, Disrupt over and over again. It has been this man with the operator converts the very first one.
They want to try and maybe get away with something here, but Disrupt, I don't think it's going to give them much. Control that they were trying to establish disappeared once again. DM King, though, taking a little bit of a backseat, and I think this is where they finally have that edge. Disrupt's just going to hold down the line. Camera's finally been broken, so that's going to deny the Cypher some utility. But Disrupt's still holding down the mid line. As long as he's present there, no one can contest Helef. And B is the only side that they can go into. But RU, I do believe, already has a read. Recon's not going to get broken, but he has an opportunity to make his way in towards the back end of side. A much more powerful position. Hunter's Fury comes out to maybe catch a couple of stragglers here. RU doesn't get the hits that he wants. And Kalki finds Helef, whose position was just completely open here. Tough spots as Disrupt, not really able to find the frag here, but maybe Techno.
Oh, no.
He's gonna be the game changer for their team.
Spike down A. 30 seconds.
Every single time he finds one, converts it to a double, and he does have the ultimate to work around with. So more or less, it's gonna be very difficult. They do have the neural theft to, actually invest onto, but how will this work for them? Right now, Sova is pretty low, but Techno, his location is not anticipated. Jumps down to find the third one. Time not being the best friend, Falcon. He is able to get in the frag, finds one. That's going to be Techno, but that's all he could do because right from his back, he gets taken down. and the round will be done for. The hopes were high that, you know, Hyderabad Hydras might just convert this one, but there was one player right behind his back that he did not anticipate, and that's where everything seems to be falling down. I mean, look at RU. There was one in front, one in back, and he would have taken down one, but it was impossible to flick around towards your back, take down the second one as well when the firing is already begun. So, impossible round coming up. Hyderabad Hydras, one round is all they have in the very first half itself. True Rippers up with 11. It's more or less a landslide, show for the side of Hyderabad Hydras. I mean, everything seems to be falling down for them, but True Rippers, they're having the best time.
I think there's a chance now that Hyderabad Hydras is going for a comeback. Their composition is very weak for the attack side, but it's a lot more favorable for the defense because now they don't have to worry about as much. But I think that Camo needs to stay out of the proximity of this KO as much as possible. If he gets caught by any form of utility from this KO, he's gonna be done for. Kalki though, good for the push, but Disrupt faster on the trigger. Okay, never mind. It's True Rippers. They're just hitting like trucks out here. Utility not really going to be working out anymore as Disrupt wants to go in for an early fight. The shots are clean enough as they're still able to hold, but Camo turning things around on its head. But Camo is still very much alive in this, and he's doing everything for his team. DM King, though, over from the bottom end. They know exactly where Falcon is, but Falcon better on the trigger. Catches out DM King, slacking a little bit there. 11-2 as Hyderabad Hydras. They finally get another round on the board for themselves. 11-2 on the scorecards, and the possibility of a comeback is present, but it's all about the team play and learning how to adapt to the positions now. 11-2.
Yep.
It could happen, but it's very high level.
It's like climbing a huge mountain right in front of you. It's going to be tiring, it's going to be difficult, but if you are able to go and get the top view for yourself, it's going to be one hell of an ride to witness. So let's see if they are able to do that. Hyderabad Hydras, they have an advantage in this round, and by advantage I mean to say the weaponry advantage. They have invested onto Spectres and Bulldogs because they need a hold of this round for themselves. Kalki holding the best of that angle. DM King, as soon as he comes out, he might just be, taken down, but he is taking it slow. He knows how important it is, but Disrupt is sneaky. The dash comes in. It does not anticipate one player, and that's going to be Disrupt done for. So is the case with Techno. Trades definitely are on point, and the weaponry is being retrieved. Plus SMM, Shock Darts, Spectres, everything that he can. Finds a 3K Falcon for the last kill, and that's going to be the third one on board for Hyderabad Hydras. But again, aggressive, a lot of loss. They've lost 3 players in this round, so I feel it's going to be the investments on to Sheriffs maybe for them.
Yeah, like very little investments from the members of Rippers. And they took down 3 weapons, so that is massive for them overall. It was a good round for them, going from the pistol over onto the Echo, but Kalki just opting for a glass cannon operator. It could work when you think about it, but this is a little bit ambitious. But then again, you have to be ambitious, right? Especially on an 11-3 scoreline. You don't have an opportunity to get this off anymore. Either you make it work or you're just going to be the ones to go home as Auping. He sent the splash a little bit too deep, and they're still able to survive this. Kalki missed the shot, and he's going to die for it. No one is holding mid, and they fall apart one by one. The dominoes just tipping over. As the members of Hyderabad Hydras, they're trying to scramble to maybe mount a retake here. Shock darts are good as Disrupt very low on HP. Maybe he's gonna be the one to die. SMM good for another kill over on the 1. As the members of Hyderabad Hydras, they're keeping things competitive and they're turning it around.
Well, they definitely are. Look at those bodies piling up. SMM is able to convert so much. It all goes down to one last remaining player. DM King. Will he be able to clutch this out? Yup, it is. He's trying his level best. SMM versus DM King, who comes up on top. Shots being exchanged, but SMM gets the best out of DM King right now. And that's going to be SMM getting the 4th one for Hyderabad Hydras. This has been such a messy round. A full buy for True Rippers, getting denied from Hyderabad Hydras. That too on a bonus. True Rippers, again, economical damage is all that we talk about. Coming down to the Other side, as you said, it's going to be a bit difficult for them, and it does seem so. Hyderabad Hydras, they are looking good with the composition, with the util usage as well. And SMM, I have to give it to him. The shock darts are on point, so is the case with Reveal. And when it goes down to 1v1, it's actually looking good.
This is just exactly one of those situations that turns everything on its head. As it seems as though SMM, he nearly died there. Disrupt's not going to be able to find his head. And Camo turns it around. There's a reason why this composition really does work on the defensive end, but small mistakes is going to cost you, just like these two. And one more kill is all that they need, but DM King's not going to be able to find the headshot. 3 versus 2 on the map, as the Cypher ultimate does reveal the positions of the last 2 players, so Techno, his teammate, can just make a run for it in towards the side and get the spike plan down. It's all with Techno now because the only one with a gun. They weren't able to pick up anything from the bottom side of mid. As TR, they're working with weaker weapons, but I think they're gonna make this work. The Sky very low on HP, but the Sova's following suit. They need the opportunity, and Techno, he needs to be the one who gives it to them.
The flashes comes in, but does not get anything out of it. Slowly and steadily, Techno. Now this can be pretty vulnerable. South, he might find
This
one.
is
Yes,
so
he
good.
does, and
They have a
that's gonna
chance.
be our view. Yes, they do have
And
a
Hunter's
chance.
Fury
They
too
all
with
goes
shock
down to
darts.
one last remaining player. No way. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Hyderabad Hydras getting this one on board is going to be very difficult. And look at where both these players are from the sides of True Rippers now. It's a big responsibility. Kemov will be trying to go in for a tap. He knows that the diffusal is not being stuck, and he is going to
This
wait
is so smart.
Dive is not his best friend, but Techno. Come on, Guardian right on his head. And that's going to be done for Two Rippers finally with the 12th one on board. This is the match point for them. But look at Disrupt. 25 kills is what he is on to right now. 25. Okay, alright.
This is... That last round was just completely all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know. They had such a good chance. That was an eco round, mind you, and that eco round just got turned on its head purely on the basis of one mistake. The players were over aggressive towards mid, and they failed so heavily for it. Another fast rush now coming through. They have full side control. The Viper is on the opposite end of this as Disrupt. The flash is good and it's present, but Disrupt taking a good chunk of damage over on the other side. He's not going to be able to find a kill, but his teammates, they're going to be able to capitalize on the moments of distraction being created by him. So much space and so much time to work with here. It's all about getting the frag on this time around.
Oh.
Techno catches a player with a snake bite, and I think it's all but over. DM King, beautiful with the crispy one taps. Looking for the last, but he's not going to be able to get it. It's going to be Techno who shuts him down as True Rippers. They take it all away. This is a beautiful roundup coming in from the members of True Rippers. They played this so well, and I am surprised how coordinated the team is.
It definitely is. It comes with a lot of experience as well that they are having for themselves. Hyderabad Hydras, yes, talking about the map of Breeze itself, they do have a win streak to maintain, but it all goes down to them losing it against the sides of True Rippers. Well, a sad sight to witness, to be very honest. Hyderabad Hydras, they are, they were really good when it went down through previous matches itself, but right now in the group stages, everything seemed to be not working for them. Right, start from the agent selection itself, right? We were talking about it. The agent selection was something that wasn't that great. I mean, coming down to the second half, yes, it was working out for them, but in the first half itself, it was all of these players falling down like dominoes.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. You just didn't have much of an answer for what kind of strategies True Rippers had in their arsenal. You couldn't really shut them down. If you try to use your own utility, you just lost out on map control. If you try to play for map control, there were other portions of the map that you needed to try and take a fight into, trying to deter them from going into you. The utility usage was just so lackluster from the members of Hyderabad Hydras. They just lacked the direction that the members of True Rippers had, and it's bound to happen because, of course, they're an underdog team. They don't have as much experience yet, and this is an opportunity for them to gain that experience and to build it up from the ground. Hopefully, they don't take this loss to heart because there's still more opportunities down the line. Don't forget, this is a round-robin format, so for them, a lot more games to be played overall, and maybe there's a chance they could be the team to head on down over into playoffs. It's all about
Yep.
improving. And as we are going to be jumping on towards the match highlights to see exactly what went wrong for the members of Hyderabad Hydras, we're also going to see the raw mechanical dominance being showcased by True Rippers. They were confident going into this game, and you could see exactly why.
Disrupt had the best of his day today, I would say. Every single time Disrupt went in to get those duels, maybe with an operator, maybe with the Vandal, or the sheriffs that he had, he comes up on the top. Every single time. That Maker on the other side, 3Ks in few rounds. Yes, there have been rounds where that Maker was not able to be on the top, but I feel the scoreline itself answers a lot. Slowly and steadily, Hyderabad Hydras in the first half, all of them, they were just falling down. They were not able to get the hold of sites itself. They were trying to take the mid control, but that did not work in their favor. I mean, they did went in and showed a lot of mid presence, but but when it went down to them having the site or making the site execution, I feel there weren't enough of utilities to do that, and that's where everything seems to be impossible to convert onto.
Yeah, they didn't really have a proper game plan in their minds of what they wanted to pull off. And I do think that moving on down the line, they should be a lot more better at it. It's just such a hard matchup going up against a team like True Rippers, who've been playing for a really long time, who have been competing at the highest level as well. It's going to
Yep.
be very difficult, but I think if you give them an opportunity and give them some time to improve Hyderabad Hydras, they can come back stronger. It's always a learning process. We all have
Yep.
to start somewhere, right? These Valorant professionals that you see in front of your screen right now on True Rippers, they started off on the same boat. They were bodied by other players, and now they're one of the best for a reason. And hopefully, we are going to be witnessing similar plays coming in from Orangutan as we're going to be jumping into their game soon. But GGEZ, I think they
Yeah.
do have some merit to them on that regard, because Hyderabad Hydras, we talked them about being the underdogs, but GGEZ, they also do have a lot of players that can really be a game changer on their team. So on Ragutan,
Yeah.
they need to be on their toes.
They definitely need to be both of these teams. It does have players with a great experience for themselves, and at the same time, I do expect a close matchup coming up. But for today's day, we are done with two matches. The very first one, Medal, they take it home from a 13-5 scoreline going up against the sides of Grayfox. And right now, when we witness the sides of Hyderabad Hydras going up against the sides of True Rippers, it was more or less a 13-5 scoreline. But right now, it's high time that we head towards the next map, because what's done, it's done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a quick short break and we'll see you guys on the other side with the upcoming map. Until then, stay tuned.
This is why we play.
Gaming is something more.
It's a community made vibrant and real by AI.
Technology helps us to be part of something bigger.
Games play as if they were real life.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now.
This is why we play. A community.
Thousands of communities.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd.
Nothing can hold you back.
So, why do you play?
Yeah, you gotta climb, but we give it to all until the end, until the end of time. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time. They kick me out, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going in rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Watch everything we work for fall in line. We gon' give it our all until the end, until the end of time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Lenovo and Intel presents the Esports Club Challenger Series VCT Off Season official event, where we have our gaming monitor partner as ViewSonic Gaming. But again, we are back again after this quick short break, and we are awaited on the starting of the third map for today. It's gonna be an interesting day, the way previous maps have panned out for aggressive. But right now, it's gonna be the sides of GGEZ going up against Orangutan. So, what's your take like? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think Orangutan are gonna take this one. I'm just sorry, but when you look
yeah,
at the analytics,
yeah.
like, come on, it's an underdog roster going up against arguably the best team in the entire country. They're the ones who have pretty much dominated the scene for the last year and a half. So when you look at the roster on Orangutan, it's just so difficult to think of anything else but the members of GGEZ. Maybe they're gonna put up a really good fight when you look at the map video screen, and there's possibly a chance, but if it's not like a map such as Sunset or Breeze, I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Definitely that is going to be the scene. Orangutan going up against the sides of GGEZ. Coming down to a team who has been qualified from the online qualifiers to the team who's been invited in the group stages itself. This is going to be an interesting match. Also talking about the map itself, I do not anticipate a Sunset whatsoever. And it is going to be the map of Ascent. It's amazing, it's interesting, and you know what, Aggressive, you're going to get a chance to witness KO maybe again, because I have seen the sides of, OG going in for KO, and it's an important investment for the map of Ascent.
Yeah, that's a must. Ascent is gonna be a pretty interesting map, but then again, I'm just so bored of Ascent. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Why is it Ascent? I would rather cast Bind. It's just a pain and a half whenever you look at this map each time. But as a
Yeah.
player, it's fine. Ascent, yay, we can play on this map. It's good to play, but it's horrible to cast. I'm pretty sure every caster who's been casting Valorant for the last 3 years will be telling you the exact same thing.
I mean, I feel this question, you'll need to ask me this question after maybe a year so that I can be on the same track. But yep, Ascent
Yep.
is what the discussion is all about. Looking at the composition, I do expect a KO, Jet, KJ, Omen, Sova. No cap. That's the combination. That's the Asian composition that I expect coming up from the sides of OG. Now GGEZ's not really sure on what it will look like for them. Talking more about their playing players as well. They have Equinox, Machiavelli, Sonic, DC Rules, and Trinity. Here's the thing: DC Rules is one player that I need to highlight about. His operator shots are something you just cannot avoid. Every single time he's speaking with an operator, he tends to take you down. That's how strong he is with that operator. So if you see him with an operator, do not peek, is what the answer is.
Okay, so the thing is, Orangutan just has so much more experience playing together as a team.
Yeah.
GGEZ on the other side, they're a team that has formed just recently, and overall, yeah, their players are incredibly talented when it comes down to the mechanics. The shots that we've seen coming out from DC Rule, Sean's, and Trinity, it's just
Yep.
insane. Like, these players know how to take duels and they know how to win it. Their mechanics are incredible. But mechanics alone will not give you a win over Orangutan. It just doesn't happen. They are a team that really is shaping up the meta in such a way that they can be the winners in every aspect. But I'm gonna give the members of GGEZ the benefit of the doubt and say there is an opportunity for them, but on the map of Ascent, it's gonna be so difficult. Unless I see an outlier in the way that they play this map,
Select your
I'm
agent.
still gonna put my bets over onto Orangutan.
More or less, yes, Orangutan does have a slight edge when it comes down to this entire fight, this entire best of one itself. Also highlighting the fact that it's a best of one, you do not have any other chance whatsoever. It's either you get it in this map itself or it's done for. That's what the discussion is about. So all these players, they need to give their level best. If not now, it's never, is what the situation is. On the sides of Orangutan, we have such experienced player coming up, and talking about Antidote, Excali, Raw Fuel, all of these players, they are such an experienced player, right? We've been seeing them for such a long time now, so it's gotta be more or less. I'm not expecting a one-side match, to be very honest. I'll speak this up front. I'm not expecting a one-side match, but again, lot of problems for the sides of GGZ.
Yeah, there's gonna be issues. There's gonna be a lot of heartaches, and of course, hearts could be broken as well when you're looking at the audience.
Yeah.
A lot of the supporters from GGEZ, they know this is gonna be a tough fight, but maybe, just maybe, there's an opportunity they can turn it around. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a best of one, so there's not really a lot of chances, for the members of GGEZ to turn things around from it, because currently in this round robin format, yeah, of course, GGEZ, they have a lot more matches to play, but the first map really just carries a lot of weight, and it kind of puts you on that map where teams could get you on your hit list, or you could be a team that is no longer in any form of an answer. But okay, this is actually pretty good. The KO knife doesn't really spot out any of the players, but I do believe that the members of GGEZ, they heard out on the footsteps.
Excali out there is ready with the flashes on point. It goes in, the location revealed. Trinity finds one, and that's going to be Excali down. Frost down as well. Antidote with a 2k. Raw Fuel finds one onto DC Rolls, and it all goes down to a 2v2. Quick execution. They waited for a while, and then they went in for the execution. But the reveal is there. So is the case with Shock. That's going to hit. So is the case with Turret. You need to take it down. Antidote is going to find the third one, and now it all goes down to GGEZ having one last remaining player. That's a Sova himself. Antidote being hit bad, 19 HP down, but a 1v2. Look at how low he is, surviving on pixel HP. As soon as he comes down, he finds one onto Raw Fuel. This is yet doable, but Antidote comes down, takes him down with one shot. Body or head doesn't matter because that's a 4K and the first round for the sides of Orangutan.
Oh, that is such a tough position. Good
Yeah.
God, that was a nice shot coming in from the jet of Orangutan, but just not gonna be enough. His eyes. AZ's. Should I
Yeah.
just call him Eyes?
What?
I'm confused of what to call Orangutan jet. I think Eyes is the
That's
best answer
AZ's.
for it.
No, that's he
AZ's.
does have his eyes all around, but that's gonna be AZ's again.
That's
Oh
I
well.
think it's the better
Come
word
on.
for it.
For now, we'll be definitely heading towards the upcoming round where to start things off when we were discussing Eyes AZ, it's all down where the sides of GGs have lost one of their players and now it's going to get a lot more of difficult. The paranoia is on point and that's where Trinity gets taken down. Top fuel with the second antidote finds one. The last nail in the coffin that's been put by Frost and that's going to be an easy round coming up for the sides of Orangutan over and over again. Full buy for GGs.
Another thing I need to highlight is the way that Raw Fuel has now shifted away from that jet roll and is now playing that initiator. It is so rare to see that happen, especially a talent such as Raw Fuel, who has been dominating the scene with his mechanical skill for the longest time in India and, of course, in the international scene. Now he is playing an initiator.
Yeah.
The entry fragger potential that he has, the aim on this man is so good that now that he's on the initiator, I think being on the second entry, he can also bring so much value. But Trinity is now going to take down AZ's. He's not going to really find a lot of value as Raw Fuel missed out on so many crucial shots, and it's going to be Trinity just showcasing the raw mechanical skill that he has under his belt. Antidote finally shuts him down, takes him back down under, but on the 0-2 score line and 4 versus 2. Members of Orangutan, they have their work out for them.
Yeah, that's going to be the case for now. Jump peaks coming all over. There's going to be one player towards the wine, but they're expecting someone to walk out of the smoke and try and take them down. But you know what? That's not going to happen. All these players from the sides of GGEZ are going to stick back towards their position. The orb is going to make a lot of noise. Right now, what Orangutan is aiming towards is taking down as many weaponries as they can so that they can get the sides of GGs into a lot of economical problem for the upcoming round. They are able to get down one, but that's not enough. They need to go in and take down more slowly and steadily. A rotation is being called off. Last 30 seconds remaining on both. They need to make a move
left.
right now because if they are not able to, it's going to be Time, who is not their best friend. Towards the B side is what the execution is like, but the biggest problem is the KJ and the KJ setup.
That's for certain here. Antidote wants to try and maybe make an entry point over towards this B side, but it's just not going to be that easy. It's going to be Inflix around the corner. Just going to he's just going to wait things through, and he's going to spray it down. As GGEZ. A good hold for them here. Orangutan didn't really have an answer against Trinity. They missed out on so many shots, and that's what's going to cost them there. You need to be decisive on those entries. And Orangutan just completely disregarding what the members of GGEZ could be capable of there. Have been humble, so I do think that the attack side for them will go a little bit slower. They need to probe and prod a little bit here to just figure out what the GGEZ have in store. Because don't forget, every single one of the players of GGEZ, they're on a star level. But as a team, that's where they will fail against Orangutan. I do believe. Or if they are going to be able to take this win, that will be a massive upset. It's going to be tough, but I do think that looking at the individual talent on each of the players, that alone could be enough to get them over the edge with just a little bit of teamwork and team synergy.
Yeah, definitely that's going to be the case. Trinity, in the previous round itself, the credits of, GG's getting that round was Trinity himself finding 3K, 3 players single-handedly. He managed to shut them down, but for now, mid-control is what Orangutan is aiming towards. The out drone does come in, but won't give any information, or will it? No, it does not. and it's going to be a lot of heavy mid presence coming up. The attacking lockdown is invested onto, but do they anticipate players right behind the back? Do they anticipate them coming from the mid market itself? They are trying to dash in, go inside, but Trinity is able to convert one. No is what the answer is. Scally shuts him down, and now the site is completely open for execution. The lockdown won't be detaining any one of them, but definitely they got the site for themselves. Raw fuel, good for 2. Not yet done for. One last remaining player. Might just be a flawless. Raw fuel with a 3k and a flawless rolls in for Orangutan. Best way to answer back. GG's, I feel they were, kept scratching on their heads on what the execution is for OG, because every single time they were trying to take the intel or the information, OG was denying them every single thing.
Yeah, there wasn't a single round for them to even, single room for them to even try to maybe pull something off. Orangutan just coming in clutch when it came down to their own buy round. Not even losing a single player. That means their economy was flourishing here for the next 2 rounds. But this round also needs to be a decisive one. Also be a good hit because, of course, these equal weapons not really going to be looking the best here. As Cross maybe peeking out a little bit too aggressive. He does fall, but the damage is already done. Trinity, good for 1 kill. Scally takes a back seat.
Take flight.
Now Trinity goes to just run on away. He has a little bit of an advantage, but it's already given away. Antidote, good for the kill over towards the face of Equinox as Trinity wants to play the player towards mid. He knows how important it is to get this man advantage back and possibly get a weapon from the top side of mid for his killjoy.
Oh no. Trinity, look at his positioning. And look where they are trying to make their way towards. They're yet standing outside the site A itself. And once again, GGs have no clue whatsoever. They're so confused. Both of these players, they tend to stay towards the mid itself so that the rotation can be called off. But it's not going to work because it's all about the last minute execution that OG is looking forward to. 30 seconds remaining on clock, and that's where the dash-in will come up. The site is completely open for business, and they can comfortably go in for the plant aggressive.
This is just free real estate for them. The A side, right for the picking as Trinity. His Waystorm has been a treat to watch, but I don't think it's going to be enough to put them over the edge here. The Killjoy not really having the best of weapons to go in for trades. They need to hit all of their shots. One mistake and they could be done for. Turret to be broken. That's the first line of contact. Trinity already lost his life. The shock dart is good coming in from Raw Fuel. And Raw Fuel, man, he's no longer on a Euless, but this initiator, he's doing damage and he's bringing in the pain. His raw mechanical skill will always be there from his Euless days. So 1-4 scoreline has now been reached. It's Orangutan. They have a lot of economy to work with, but still, that round was quite expensive.
Yeah, it definitely was. OG, they are running away with rounds right now. Every single time they are going in for the last minute execution, and that's getting GG's into a lot of problem. I mean, in the past 5 rounds itself, they have tended to do that many a times. But for now, the knife, will it gain information? No is what the answer is. Trinity on the other side. The dash is activated, but I don't think anyone's going to peek towards the mid. Yep, there's no one towards the mid. This round, he anticipated someone to have a mid presence, but the answer is a big no. There's going to be one player towards the mid, but that's going to be pretty late for him to actually go and peek and get a shot onto him. Does he find one? No! Excali is able to dodge it. Raw Fuel comes up, shuts down Trinity and the operator as well. GG's once again have lost their number, and now it all goes down to OG. They can actually go in and play post-plant. They do have the Hunter Spirit to walk around with, but Frauds gets taken down on the other side. No smokes whatsoever. The flash can be on point out there. Easy trying to dash it. Dashes, goes up draft. Does everything he could to dodge the bullets. Won't be able to do that, and now it all goes down to the post-plant scenario.
Got one.
What's going on?
Anti. He finally catches out Sean. That would have been a really rough fight if he lost out on it. Side entry is going to be difficult. Too many players on this engagement. They already have the post-on position set up already. And I think that Raw Fuel's in the best spot. This man's going to be so hard to clear, and Raw Fuel's going to be good for one more kill, and now it's just a waiting game. Absolutely nothing that you need to do here, Antidotes. For a Swarm Grenade, he has a second. No, he doesn't have a second, but he has a peek to give. He's going to swing out and get a free kill. What do you do against this man? Post-plant play to perfection. He knew what he was going to bring down to the table. And somehow Sean, he gets that kill. That would have been really harsh if Sean got one tap by AZ's there, but it's completely okay. 1-6, 1-5, sorry, on the scorecard says Orangutan. They're looking very confident in their own playstyle. It's working well.
Yeah, it definitely is. AZ's, I mean, the previous time itself, he did everything he could, you know, to be alive or to stay alive. The updraft, the dodge, the dash, the smoke, every single thing that the moment agent could give him, he did it. But it does not matter. He just gets taken away. He just gets taken down out there. Orangutan on the other side right now, the null command is there, and they can invest onto it to get the best of this round. But again, it's not an economical good round coming up for the sides of GG, so they can actually wait in for the upcoming rounds when there is a full buy, and that's where go in and invest onto those. But for now, DC rules on the other side. Omen is what I do see him onto right now. Orangutan, again, Hunter's Fury, and the paranoia to walk around with, but it is a double. They tried to go in for the flash, peek and kill, but that did not matter. Both of them gets taken away. DC rolls, finds AZ's, and that's a sheriff shot, perfectly landed. But the numbers are not looking that great for them.
Yeah, they can't even pick up that weapon. Frost is over on the other side. He's waiting for the first line of engagement. The flash is perfect! But Frost, he looked at the flash at the very last second. Missed timing coming in from the members of Orangutan, but that's completely fine. Maybe it's not. Wait a second. Things are falling apart for them here. It's not looking that tough. Oh, they're making mistakes. And that's going to cost them the round. Orangutan, they had all of the advantages in this fight, but this is a thrifty that they pulled out of absolutely nowhere. Pure are the mistakes.
A thrifty from the sides of GGEZ. This says a lot. OG, as you said, yes, they have made a lot of mistakes out there. But on the other side, I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now. AZ is down with 0 kills and just 1 single assist. He's been able to make some space for his team, but when it goes down to the killing factor, when it goes down to taking the aim duels, or maybe getting those frags for his team, AZ, it's not looking that great. But yep, it's just an initial first phase that we are talking about. We might see him climbing up the stairs very, very soon. But, oh, Frost, he did come forward just to go back once again. Are they anticipating someone on the other side is the question. But slowly and steadily, this is a split push over and over again. The flashes comes in from Excali on the other side. And so is the case with Outrun. Towards the tree itself, I do see Sean. And he's able to hold that position for a long time. The Outrun has been denied for. And AZ's, he'll need to wait for a while. So OG right now, they are waiting for the initial contact. The initial frag, it comes out as AZ gets taken away. OG, no duelist. And on the disadvantage of numbers.
Scally's gonna take another swing of his own. Only finding the fight for his own sake, as DC Rules' position already revealed. They have an idea of where he is, but this null command is gonna cause so much pain and hurt. No one can even entry on towards the side, and the corners that they could have maybe fought into here is just instantly taken over. The smoke is now also gone, so those flashes that could have been thrown, or maybe something being given by the members of GGEZ, it's not gonna work. Good free kill though overall, with this man advantage still working out in their favor. Frost needs to try and survive this one, and he actually gets the kill. This is so beautiful. Frost is not going to be good for anything more than that though. 3 versus 4 on towards the map. So many players in towards the side, but still the bodies are still going in the favor. The defense, they still hold down the line, but Rawfield, beautiful on the tabs on Equinox, is just faster. So Wadef coming out very slightly as Rawfield not really able to get that last engagement in his favor. 3-5 on the scoreline as GGEZ. They are surviving, but at very slim margins.
They definitely are. In this round itself, there have been the investment of null command from both of the ends. I mean, first one comes up in the form of OG, and the second was from the sides of GGEZ. But yep, they got the best of that round. After that thrifty, I feel GGEZ is able to feel that they are able to play together. The team coordination is slowly and steadily getting there. And if it does seem to be in this way, OG, they need to be careful. Coming down to the defense side itself, GGs need to have an advantage when going towards the second side. Because if not, then it's going to be very, very vulnerable. But for now, A execution. No, wait, there's gonna be a B execution. Well, actually, scratch it. They are completely split, but to start things off, Antidote finds one, gets a trade. That's gonna be TC rules out there. The location of Trinity, it's a spot AZ. He's just trying to go in for that contact, but will he be able to find one? He's not been able to find frags for himself for the past 8 rounds, so if he is able to convert this might just be a good first kill for him. But will that be the case? Antidote he's already done for. The KJ is done for, which means that the chances of GG's going in for a backstab are completely open. For now, it seems to be a very slow approach coming up from their end. Aldrone will reveal a lot of position out there, and now it's gonna be a 1v1 duel, but AZ's every single time he's trying to go in for those duels, he is getting denied. Forex Cali gets taken down, and now it's all about one last remaining player, Frost, who is being denied, coming from the side of the KO himself, and that's gonna be... Yeah, it is not actually. AZ is missing onto those shots, and that too important one. That's not at all a great sign.
This is very questionable what the plays are like for the members of Orangutan. They're rushing so many of these engagements. They're not really playing together with that jet. And the thing is, Aziz is just rushing into fights for no apparent reason. He can take his time. But the way that he's been playing has been a little bit off. Overall, though, I guess Orangutan are just trying to calm things down by taking it this pause because their strategies are fine. Overall, their executions are going down properly. They are making proper plans, and just when it comes down to the overall execution, the team is just completely backwards.
Yeah. It's not looking that great for them for now because slowly and steadily they are losing, rounds which they should not be losing. They are losing the fights they should not be, and that's where everything seems to be impossible. Now look at Raw Fuel and Antidote. They are up with 15 and 12 kills for them, but when it goes down to the duelist itself, AZ is what I'm talking about. It's not that great. 0 kills whatsoever. I mean, completely understanding the fact that AZ is not able to go in and take those duels, but coming down to Jet, a agent which has such a great moving capacity. The movement agent is what I'm talking about. He needs to go and get that space for his team. At least take one frag before getting taken away so that, it can be an equalizing situation. But once again, a lot of presence towards the mid and the A side. A split approach coming up from the sides of OG. Slowly and steadily, they are trying to make their way towards the A side, the catwalk trees, and then the A side. But look at the KJ. Look at the positioning. The jump peaks coming up. It's not an economical great round for Orangutan, but few shots. Trinity trying to connect, gets denied. Son finds one. AZ gets taken down once again. The dash was not that great. Son doubles it up. And that's going to be a lot of bodies piling again. This is an equalizer we are talking about, and might just be a flawless as well. Oh no, no,
Another
no!
180, and Sean just comes in with a little bit of a knife to add salt onto the injury. This is gonna hurt the members of Orangutan a little bit, and maybe just awaken the primal beast that is inside of them. It needs to wake up pretty soon. As Sean, he just saw the opportunity. Is like, yes, I'm going in for this, baby. You can't stop me. Beautifully done overall, though. The members of GGEZ, they are finally back in the driver's seat, and they're making it work beautifully, and I love each and every second of it. This is what GGEZ is capable of. Individual talent galore from each and every one of these players. They know how to play the map. They know how to take advantages, and they do know how to change up the tides of a battle that will go in their favor. Now, they're the ones who are leading an economy. Now, they're the ones who have stronger ultimates to play into. They have everything in their arsenal to stop any push that could be coming in from Orangutan. But it all really comes down to the execution. What is the answer for Orangutan in this particular fight? Because currently the team seems as though they're fishing for a pick and maybe get some control towards mid and establish maybe a little bit of a fake towards A. It seems very disjointed, and the overall play seems to be that B side.
The rotation has been called off and the play is actually working. Look at them. The null command comes online on the second side itself, and now they are rotating towards the A side. The fake was completely on point. They did use the KJ ultimate to do that, but for now, Easy this time finally he comes up on top, finds one onto DC Rules, shuts him down, and now it's going to be Antidote who gets taken away. Aces goes down as well. E-execution is what they are looking forward to. The rotation has been called off, but the numbers still lie in the favor of GG's. Will they be able to do this retake? Will they be able to go in for a perfect retake? It can be, as the defender's lockdown comes up at Excali. Now the perfect time to go in for that flash right inside the smoke itself. Frost finds one. That's going to be Trinity joining the same part. It goes down to 1v1 Equinox. What? He doubles it up, finds both of them. And it's going to be GG's with the lead. Aggressive, I'm not liking what is Orangutan doing right now. Every single time they are trying to take the mid control, they are going in for a split play. They are trying to either fake it as well. They are getting denied for every single thing. This time again, the plant was done, but the numbers fell apart. And it's GG's with one more round. They've been maintaining a streak of 5 rounds consecutively.
I really just don't get it. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Orangutan, they're trying to take so many aggressive duels and they're forgetting about key positions on the map so easily. AZs, why are you pushing in towards Garden when you know that Heaven's gonna be open? No one broke the window, someone could just peek out into you and kill you in a matter of seconds. Nothing's coming through. Bare bone level of mistakes. They started off so well and now falling apart like this? This is the first time I've ever seen Orangutan just not have an answer. They are a very experienced roster, but it seems as though the experience is just not working out against the raw talent of the members of GGEZ.
It does seem so. The operator from DC Rules. I'm really waiting to see some interesting shots coming up from his end, but this time, once again, look at that. There's one player towards the mid. There's a heavy presence towards the A as well to start things off again and again. AZ and Antidote falling down. Trinity is such an aggressive player. He's definitely walking over the molly of KO. He does have a lot of damage onto himself, but they've done the damage they wanted to. OG are completely clueless. The Omen out comes in, goes inside a shadow just to come out towards the other side. Goes into the plant as well, but look at the positioning. Excali gets taken down, and now it all goes down to one last remaining player, the Omen Frost. A 1v4. Do you think it's doable, aggressive?
This is gonna be so difficult for him. A miracle could just be in the making. The paranoia is good to isolate a couple of these spies, but he has too many targets to shoot. And poor old Frost just didn't know where to look. 7-5 as the music from the champion Vandal just goes off, possibly singing the demise of Orangutan if they don't have a good defensive side, especially after attack. Of course, it's a 7-5 scoreline. It can work, but if the members of GGEZ have the same level of coordination as their defensive half, this could just be over. I don't know how else to put it.
I'm scared. Honestly, I'm scared for the sides of OG right now. It completely depends on what they are going to do coming up in the pistol round itself, because the way GGs have got that momentum for themselves, look at them. 6 consecutive rounds, back-to-back victories. Now, if you talk about economical disruption, there's where that's okay for OG losing rounds, but going in for full buy and losing those, it's not going to be a great sight to witness. As soon as the footsteps are heard for the smokes to come in, but there's one player towards the A as well. The rotation towards the B has been called off by Trinity. He'll be holding off the A side completely for his teammate. AZ's on the other side trying to be a bit aggressive towards the catwalk, but I think for now he's not going to find anything.
For now though, it's only 1 second already in, and it's going to be a very fast rush coming in towards this B side. They don't really have an answer just yet. It's going to be raw fuel. Beautiful for the capsule. Corner 1. The shock darts raining. Help from above. And both of these players just holding down the line. And this is the Orangutan that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen. It seems as though their attack is not as strong, but their defensive half is a lot more potent. As Trinity, the taps are good on this guy. He's going to be able to find the second as well. AZ doesn't even know what hit him there. Trinity. The raw mechanical skill of this player is just absolutely insane. Position towards market already revealed. Excali giving away a lot here. Now Trinity trying to go for an ace. I don't think it's going to happen. Too many different angles, and Excali cross replace was just better. 76. As the members of OG, they do get the round, but overall they need to keep this level of momentum and synergy under their belt. Utility usage was good, the crossfire was perfect, and that's just the basic of Valorant. Keep the basics going and don't stress on the hard stuff.
Definitely. Also on the sides of GG's, it's going to be Trinity who needs to play with his team right now. Understanding the fact that he's the only agent who has such a great movement, he needs to go in and, you know, get that sight for his teammates. So it's going to be very important for the sides of Trinity to actually sit back and play alongside his teammate. But right now, OG, as they get the very first round, pistol round itself after the first half, they are going to have an advantage of having a good economy. Marshall with AZ's conversion is important, and that's a headshot coming up. TC rules gets deleted. Equinox with the same thing. Winflix, my bad. He disconverts one onto AZ's, but you know what? AZ, before going down, he's done all the damage he can. He took out 2 players and he then got traded, so it's completely alright for him going down. Right now, 3 remaining players. GG's, the blind comes in, the paranoia dust comes in. It is gonna hit both of these players. The Mollies is on point. The player will be forced to come out. Trinity good for 1. Gets taken down, and now GG's is left down with 1 single player.
For now, though,
yeah,
on the 7-6 scoreline, Orangutan, they have such a good advantage going into this. And Rofio just gonna catch out his flicks with his pants down. Doesn't even know where the angle's gonna be at. And the tough positions are working out in their favor as OG, they finally have a little bit more to play with than AZ's. Getting himself back in towards the server is very important. He's been not having that good of a day here in a lot of these fights, while on the other end, Trinity's just been an absolute monster. And that's the thing, they're relying on Rofio to really pull them over the edge. AZ's not having a good day is kind of rare, and it's not really something out in the ordinary. But maybe, just maybe on this defensive side is where he will really start to shine. Got those 2 kills, so that's more than saying something. Xantidote towards the corner, has a Spectre to maybe deal some damage, but these two weaponries is going to hurt them quite a bit. Antidote's position is there, but Rofio, what a shot! Good God, man! He's turning up the heat, and he's gonna do it in style.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, come on. It's all about AZ's this time. As you said, right, coming down to the defending side itself, AZ is able to feel himself. He is able to get back himself into the server, and look at him. A 3K for himself in this round again. And that's just going to be 1 more lost. 3 rounds consecutively, that means the full buy getting denied for the sides of GG's, and there's going to be an economically sad round. 3 sheriffs being invested onto it. Yeah, there's going to be full shields and half shield, but it does not matter, right? The important part here is Trinity hitting those shots. I'm not really sure on why Trinity does not have the sheriff to work around with, because he's been hitting those shots really hard and he is able to get those conversions. So if he would have had that sheriff for himself, we might see first frag rolling in for them, but the Omen smoke is going to prevail. A lot of things out there. The paranoia does comes in, but AZ to start things off finds 1. Good for 1 is what AZ is about. Excali. Oh no, that's going to be a bloodbath. That's going to be a bloodbath. 3K for Excali. 1 last remaining player. The flashes comes in. Does not matter. 1 is what he's able to convert. Might just go in for a second one. No, the reload comes in. Excali with a 4K. But look at this man who's made sure that GG's go in and have a bloodbath for them. The molly was perfect. Excali, not just 1, but 4K is what he's converted overall in this round.
That is beautiful for Orangutan. Finally getting themselves back here into the limelight. So they're able to slowly but surely get the conversions under their table as AZ's He's gonna be the one to pick up an operator here, and he's trying to off towards mid. Maybe catch out this Killjoy over on the rotation, and then yes, he's gonna be able to do it. Inflex takes a back seat, and the operator getting so much value. Trinity now, he needs to be the one to turn off, but Excali, the crosser placement is just so much more beautiful. Flash comes in, holds down the line, as one by one they're dropping all of the bodies. Last player's in towards Generator, but I don't think they know. Look at the Omen, look at the Omen. It's on the back. He's still gonna turn it around. His timing for DT rolls good for one, but he's not gonna be good for the second. The flick does not connect, and Antidote is gonna be the one to shut him down. 7-10 is Orangutan. From all the way down under, from losing what? How many rounds did they lost? 7 rounds almost 6 in a row?
Yeah. No,
yeah,
6 rounds back to back is what they've lost.
Yeah, from losing out on 6 rounds back to back to back, they're now back in towards this game by winning 5 rounds consecutively. One more round and they are able to serve up the revenge hot and also cold at the same time. Overall, the way that Orangutan has been playing, it's beautiful. They have the synergy, they have the timings, plus AZ's, he's back in the server. This is the most crucial part. When your Jet is having a good time, that's when you know that your entire team can just rally behind him and be a complete unit.
Definitely. Orangutan, coming down to the previous few rounds in the first half itself, it more or less seemed like the momentum was completely gone. It was a momentum break coming up for them where GG's managed to get not 1, 2, but 5 to 6 rounds consecutively. That's where we saw the scoreline to be a 7-5. But after that 7-5, OG has converted 5 rounds simultaneously. The pistol, the anti-eco, the bonus, the full buy, which was for the sides of GG's. They've converted every single round for themselves with just 1 or 2 player loss. That's about it. Excali, his flashes are perfect. His molly is perfect. He's giving a lot of information for his team. On the other side, AZ with that operator over and over again. He is having the best of that angle. Not the best position to peek. AZ's. That's a swing coming from KJ, and that's where AZ will be forced to go back. But he's barely surviving. 6 HP is all that he has aggressive, and that's what he needs to survive onto right now. But on the other side, talking about GG's for now, it's a heavy mid presence, but Antidote finds one. That's going to be Equinox. He's done for. That's a Sova done. That's your initiator done. And now you are not going to have information whatsoever. So it's going to be very difficult to get the site entry and have the intel at the same time.
It's going to be a very hard hit for them to run into here as Excali. He's also back here. He's just trapping Trinity down inside of a cage. The poor guy doesn't even get a chance to shoot his weapon anymore. There's a saying where you just ask your opponent, just let me shoot my goddamn gun, but he's not going to let him. That 0 point was just absolutely gorgeous coming in from Excali. As soon as Trinity peeked out, his knives were gone. He needed to whip out his classic. Orangutan, their utility timing on the defensive side seems to be impeccable. And that's all that they need. Even on the attack side, they were weak, but the fact that they got 5 rounds was more than enough for them.
Yep. Slowly and steadily, the revenge is being taken. AZ's once again is trying to be a bit aggressive, but look at the knife. Best position, is it so? Yeah, it is, but nevertheless, they are not going to find any information whatsoever. AZ's converts one onto Sean out there. There's going to be DC who's done for.
Why?
OG is back, but Rafiel finds one onto the other Sova out there. AZ try to go and get that peak, but no, this time he gets denied, and so is the case with Excali. Slowly and steadily, the numbers are getting equalized, which is not a good sign. The sides of GG's, they do have the lockdown to work around with. The question is, will they invest onto the lockdown? Because if they do so, they can actually get both of these, players into a lot of problem, and they are going to do that now. The sides of OG, they've been forced to push, because if they do not do that, it's going to be both of the players getting hit in. But the Hunter's Fury comes up, not the best timing. Inflict converts one raw fuel. He's stuck bad in that position. He needs to either get out or get taken down, and what he'll be doing is getting taken down. It all goes down to Antidote being the last surviving player. 1v2. Backstab. The position is anticipated as the turret gets taken down, and now it's all down to both of these players. They're playing towards the backside, both of them. No, one is inside the site, one is towards the boathouse itself. But Antidote tries to find one, goes behind. He does hit some shots to Trinity, but they aren't gonna risk it. Einflakes with a 4K, and that's gonna be OG done for this round. 8-11 on board.
It's just so difficult. Overall, though, Trinity is making it work for his team a little bit here, as this double duo just immediately ran in towards the side and took that space away. Kind of confusing what Excali was trying to do there by trying to peek out at that very beginning stage, but the timing just really didn't work out in their favor whatsoever. Tough spots as 8-11 on the scorecards, and with the null command now going through, B-side looks ripe for the picking here, and it depends on if the shot's gonna connect, and yes it does. Raw Fuel! Yes, the angle for it needs to immediately jump down. Raw Fuel, no! You can't whip those shots! The pressure got to him, and he couldn't find the frags that was given to him on a silver platter. This is where things are gonna hurt. Orangutan, they've lost out on so many of their players, and now OG, they need to turn it around on its head. GGEZ over towards the back, and they're just gonna play for trades. They're not gonna make a mistake here, or maybe they will. Hence, Scally nearly died up to the shock dart. He knows how dangerous this is gonna be. He's gonna immediately go in for a save, take the operator, and make a run for it. And maybe Antidote wants to play for a couple of exit frags here at the bare minimum, because don't forget, GGEZ, their economy is still not gonna be looking that good. So it just depends on them trying to survive. If they don't, it's gonna be tough. As Antidote, he's playing a point-and-click adventure game. He's just standing there. He's like, click, click, click. That's all that he needed to do. For this man, it's just so easy.
Come on, it's just like another day at office for him. That's all. Look at the shots. Look at the shots. Slowly and steadily, the economical damage has been done. Though the sides of GG's got that round, but it does not matter because, I mean, it does matter. It's an important round though. But again, the economical damage that, Antidote wanted to do coming down to the sides of GG's, it's been done for. Raw Fuel, 23 is what he has. Not seen Raw Fuel getting these many frags in the second half as compared to the first one. In first half, he was shining. He was shining so bright. But right now, look at the perfect reveal. All 5 players have been revealed out there. And it's going to be so difficult. Antidote trying to stop them. AZ finds one. Trinity done for. Will there be any other players joining the same party? It's gotta be DC Rules. The shorty hits him hard. Slowly and steadily, it's just a bloodbath they are into right now as OG make sure to go towards the match point. 9-12, a do or die. GG's, if they want to survive, they need to take 3 consecutive rounds. Force OG to make it to an overtime. Get 2 more rounds and then take it home. That's 5 rounds on stake again. Aggressive.
OG finally towards this match point. They're 1 step away from taking this victory for themselves. An incredible performance coming in from the members of GGEZ, but Orangutan, they could dig in deep to get more of this as AZs. He's looking for another hunt of his own. Dash activated. He's around the corner and he's going to be able to find the second shot. Takes a vaccine and he's hungry for more. Give it to AZs. He wants it badly. An Antidote in towards the angle. He's going to take the shot and he's going to be able to get it. A flawless round to end off this game. 9-13. A rough start for the members of Orangutan, but at the very end, GGEZ just couldn't handle the pressure. And the turnaround coming in from Orangutan was absolutely perfect.
AZs have been the best of him when it comes down to the second half itself. I mean, in the first half, AZ was not able to do so much, but when it went down to second half, oh my god, he was unstoppable. Right from the operator to the Bladestorm itself, towards the mid as well, when he was on the trees, the catwalk side, if he would have had that double updraft for himself, he would have converted the players directly towards tiles, but the recent nerf from Jet won't actually allow him to do that. But though, does not matter. He did convert 1 with the knives and 2 with operator. A 3K for him. Antidote found 1 more next Cali, if I'm not wrong, and that's where they converted a flawless round to end this all. GG's, I have to give it to them. This team has been doing a phenomenal job. Though they did not, get this map victory for themselves, but still, I have to give it. The plays that they made, they actually got Orangutan into a lot of problems.
Yeah, that is for certain. The teams just played it beautifully overall. GGEC, they have
Yeah.
so much talent under their belt. And yeah, of course, they were not
Yep.
able to take a win against Orangutan, but for a moment there, I thought it was possible. GGEC, they
Yeah.
pulled off miracles, and the members of Orangutan just looked in disarray. But as soon as the pause was taken, the team just found its direction once more. The defensive side was their playground. AZ is just coming alive as soon as he got that operator in his hand, and of course, he changed his crosshair. I'm pretty sure no one else noticed, but I did. He changed his crosshair and started hitting all of those shots. But overall,
Yeah.
though, the team just took a little bit of time to get their groove back in, probably rusty from not playing for a while. And hey, when it comes down to these morning matchups, it can happen. But overall, Orangutan coming out on top, not really the most surprising of facts because, of course, the roster is very experienced, but we expected something a lot more decisive. But GGEZ, I have nothing else to say here. These guys played it beautifully. Each and every one of their members tried their hearts out to try and win this game, but right at the very end, the experience coming
Yeah.
in from OG was a little bit too much.
Look at Aziz. Look at him. In the first half itself, he had nothing to show. But in second half, he has 7 first bloods. I would say out of
Yeah,
these 7, 6 or 5 are from the second half itself. He's done
yeah,
a
yeah, they
lot
are.
in second half. A lot. Aziz have been phenomenal in the first half itself too. The second half, the journey has been amazing. But right now, I really want to look at the highlights as well. GG's a bit sad sight to witness, but you know what? They'll be having a lot to learn today. They'll be having a lot of experience as well. And the way they have performed in this match, I mean, come on, nothing but respect for them because they've been doing a great and a phenomenal job.
Yeah, that's for certain. These guys, they have a long way to go in these group stages. Don't
Yeah.
forget, round robin format, there's a lot more matches for them to play here. And then you have a player like Antidote. Like, I don't know how he's been doing it, but this man is like literally consistent as hell. The consistency he brings down to the table is incredible. But it's just what it is. It's so
Yeah.
hard to try and quantify how good the members of Orangutan are. But at the same time, I think that a lot of the underdogs in this scene is really unsung for. You could see as soon as these 5 rounds came in, GGEZ were just a different beast entirely. The retakes, the synergy that they had, and the way that the teams were playing, they outshone Orangutan by a mile when it came down to their own defense. But that's kind of the thing. Ascent is a very defense favored map, and a lot of teams have a really rough time playing the defensive half of this map for a very particular reason. It's
This.
not that easy to get away from it.
Yeah.
Strong choke points, you need to use those KO utilities properly, you need to have a proper execute, and if you want to play for the long game, you need to get map control, play for a pick, and make your opponents over rotate. There's a lot of in-depth fundamental Valorant being played on this particular map, especially on that attack, and a lot of teams are not really able to do it. The members of OG, they're struggling, and it's understandably so. And so, of course, will the members of GGEZ who haven't really played for a really long time. But as they go through the group stages, as they get an opportunity to just mesh together as a team a lot more and play against these high caliber rosters, I do believe they could make it to playoffs. But that's a big ask considering you have teams like True Rippers as well that are waiting for you.
Yep, definitely. It's gonna be difficult, but at the same time, every day is all about learning something. In the previous round, Excali has been a beast. I mean, the kill mollies were on point, the flashes were on point. I have to give it to the Sova as well. The reveals were so on point. So is the case with shock darts. Everything, every single player, the agent that they were playing, they were able to get the best of that agent. I mean, look at this round is what I'm talking about. It was so perfect. The bullets were raining havoc onto them, and at the same time, the utils was also causing them a lot of problem. When it went down to the second half itself, I feel GG's they've got what 2 rounds in the second half, if I'm not wrong, and that's about it. OG, rather than those 2 rounds, OG has ran away with every single round for them. In this round, I like the play made by them. I mean, the KJ ultimate being invested onto the players were forced. They would either go in for a push or maybe the only thing that they had to do was to get detained. So it was them into a lot of problems, but slowly and steadily, OG, they had the best of those rounds for themselves, and that's where everything fell apart. GG's, good try coming up from their end over and over. If I keep on saying that, it is I don't mind doing that because it was great seeing them play this way.
It was. It shows how much talent this roster has and how much they
Yeah.
are willing to bring it down to the table. And hopefully, as we go down through in this tournament, they're gonna have an opportunity to showcase even more. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, these are just the group stages. There's a lot more matches to be played. Teams have opportunities to come back even stronger than ever. And don't forget, only the top four
Yep.
teams are going to be qualifying down over to the playoffs. That's where the double elimination happens. There's so much more to give. Each and every one of these teams, they are gonna go the distance, and as over time and
Yep.
as time goes on, they will improve, they will adapt, and they will learn. And oh boy, I'm gonna be excited for it. See
Yeah.
where these teams are gonna go through.
Yep, definitely. Every single day is about seeing a new team, a new talent, a new face. That's what is, that's something that we are talking about. But right now, today's matches, it's done for. We've had an amazing journey. I mean, casting alongside you and Scared, it's been an amazing journey as well. But the matches were too intense to talk about. Right now, today's day is done for. We'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. But what you are witnessing is Lenovo and Intel presents the Esports Club Challenger Series, VCT Off season official event where our gaming monitor partner is going to be ViewSonic. This is me, Darshita, and I'll be signing off alongside Aggressive. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, happy gaming, and I hope you guys rank up.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now?
This is why we play.
Gaming is something more.
I feel it coming.
It's a community made vibrant and real by AI.
Technology helps us to be part of something bigger.
Games play as if they were real life.
Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now.
This is why we play. A community.
Thousands of communities.
Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot it, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd.
Nothing can hold you back.
So, why do you play?
Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all until the end of time. But I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going the rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. Watch everything we work for fall in line. We gon' give it our all until the end of time.
Market.